I'm Lynita Mitchell-Blackwell, known as the Leadership Champion, and I am the CEO of the Leading Through Living community. Today, Grossum has asked me to discuss with you a few things that you can do to improve performance management, particularly in light of organizational culture. Four things that I'd like to talk with you about are, number one, improving human interaction. We have a lot of gadgets that make our lives easier. These phones and smartwatches and all these things that create a lot of time for us in terms of improving our efficiency, but they don't necessarily push us toward using that time to spend with other people. And so it's really important that when we can pick up the phone and when we can go and talk with someone face to face that we do so. We have to remember when it comes to evaluating a person and saying whether they do a good job or they need some improvement, that those conversations are best done verbally. And the more a person spends time in your presence, the more that they can appreciate that you appreciate them. They get to know you and how you interact with them. And so they can infer how much you care. And at the end of the day, people stay in places where they like to work. It's not just about money or benefits. Most leaders in their industries pay about the same and have about the same benefit package. So there has to be a little more. And one of those things is how you treat your people. And you treat them well by showing them in person. Now, of course, there are times when you do have to fire off the long email, when there is something really technical that you need to explain, or something that a person needs a chance to think about. Obviously, you have to do a little more than having a conversation. But other than those times, take the time to spend some time. The second thing that you can do that's really easy, but is against the grain, is to embrace online programs that do not necessarily end in a terminal degree. Don't get me wrong, I obtained both my undergraduate degree and my law degree from a brick and mortar school. That being said, that there is a push or a trend toward people, particularly those in Gen Y, going through programs that may have a certification that allows them to get the training and the tools that they need to do the job that the employer needs. And so the employer can recognize that in turn and say, you know what, we're going to reimburse you for that. Or just like we give our employees time during work hours to complete their degree, we're going to do the same for you. Little things that in the end are not so little, and they contribute to the employee working harder and working better, improving performance. The third thing that we don't necessarily think about is upskilling and retraining our current employees. It's a given that when we hire people, we expect them to have a certain skill set and knowledge base. That is absolutely right. But after you've been on a job a while, and particularly in industries where things change, your skill set can become obsolete in a matter of months or very short years. And so it's really important to continue to retrain and reevaluate where an employee can get their next big boom. Now, I have talked to several employers who have been afraid to do that because they don't want to invest all of this time, training, and money in employees who are going to leave and take that somewhere else, particularly to a competitor, right? But think of it this way. Remember when I said that it's more than just money and more than just benefits that keeps a person there? Upskilling and retraining communicates to the employee that there is caring there. And when there is caring there, there is loyalty. And loyalty will trump money, will trump benefits any day of the week. The last thing that I would like you to think about is putting mental health and self-care on equal footing as physical ailments. If a person comes and says, I need some time for me, to recognize that as a valid reason to say, stay home. Now, of course, I know that you have productivity numbers and you have performance maintenance evaluations that you have to come live up to yourself. Got that. However, it is so much better for someone to come and honestly tell you, I have had it up to here today, and I just need some time for me. I need some time where there's no one else around so I can get myself together. Than for them to come to work with that negative attitude, mistreating people, possibly even mistreating clients, and really affecting the bottom line. That is bad for them as far as their performance numbers, and it's bad for you as far as your profitability, employer. So those are a few things that I wanted to talk with you about today. Again, I'm Lynita Mitchell-Blackwell, CEO of the Leading Through Living community, and you can reach me at livingthelifestyle.live.